Valentine's Day. Is Valentine's Day about real love, red roses, or just paying on restaurant bills? Because today we're in a world whereby people are pressurized, to please loved ones, all in the name of Valentine's Day. And in this edition, we'll be discussing about the thrills or the things that comes around with this Valentine's Day. And of course, to discuss with me today in the studio is Onyeka Okafor, and then I have Emmanuel Balogun. We're doing justice to this very, should I call it, controversial topic on Valentine's Day. Once again, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is Valentine's Day about real love, or just about red roses and then paying restaurant bills? What do you have to say about that, Onyeka?
I feel Valentine's Day is overrated. Yeah, because the initial purpose of Valentine was for secret lovers to get married.
Okay.
By Saint Valentine himself some years ago, many years ago. And we come to our time and age, and it has turned to paying bills that are uncalled for, the parara, and the big show of, I will not call it show of love, I will call it show of who has more worth to pay in terms of showing off. It wasn't meant to be something that would be totally exaggerated. It was meant to help people that were secretly in love get married, right? But now in our age and time, it has turned to
some kind of,
as in, it is funny. Why? Because on Valentine's Day, you see people getting gifts, maybe flowers, cars. It has even gotten to the point where a lady will tell her spouse or her partner that if you're not giving me anything for Valentine's, let us break up today. Let us end it before Valentine's Day. And you see the men also telling the ladies that it's like Opie has blocked my account, I cannot attend to you.
I'll come to you, Emmanuel, a very controversial one this time around. There was this slogan, Stingy Men Association of Nigeria, SMAN or thereabout. Now, I guess it's always towards this period of Valentine's and all that, really. Yeah, and the question is, are men really stingy around this time?
Well, as far as I'm concerned,
okay.
I believe that Valentine's Day, like most other events where we celebrate things like, for instance, Christmas,
okay,
where we celebrate notable events, has been bastardized because of where we find ourselves and the circumstances around
Interesting.
us. Unfortunately, Valentine's Day has become, like she said, an opportunity for those who are chasing clout to chase clout, those who want to extort, those who want to thief without carrying gun into, ultimately, those who are perpetrating acts of greed, they do it with their full chest on days like Valentine. They tell you, this is what I want, and they feel justified to make those kinds of demands. For instance, why on earth should you set the bar so high as asking your boyfriend who is
iPhone 17
for iPhone 17? Last time I checked the price of iPhone 17,
it's over 2 million.
Yes.
Yeah.
And depending on the space, it's up to 3 million.
Interesting.
I hear the 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes, so about 3.1 million.
That's money for land that you could do.
Exactly. And this is what some people have to deal with. So when you put this side by side with certain realities for men, in times in the economic climate within Nigeria, for instance, where there's been a large shift in the cost of living with no commensurate shift in the income for the average man, what would you expect? So it's not stinginess but prudence.
Okay, fine. So, Onyeka, I'll bring this question to you. It's for the guys, right? Now, at this time, I feel the guys are under pressure, right, to, should I say, please their babe. Because I think it hardly happens between husband and wife to, please their girlfriend or their babe, so to say. What do you think?
For me, I feel like they are not pressured, right? Unless it is their partner asking them for those exorbitant things, right? And if you cannot give, you say no, or you find another way to please her.
In this particular case, I
Okay.
think you are not taking into cognizance the fact that pressure must not be direct. Haven't you felt indirect pressure from just seeing people accomplishing certain things? Your friend just went out of his way to buy your.
So the
obviously
guy
my
should
friend-
go and steal because he wants
No.
to please the lady.
No, just because you will not be influenced by the impact of comparison doesn't mean that it doesn't affect others. Let me give you typical scenarios. Whether you like it or not, if we are all living in the same compound,
Yeah.
and then we are 4 tenants,
Okay.
the whole of today, 3 of the 4 of us have had parara, one trumpet has come to blow for the wife, and then I'm the only one seated there who has not sent anybody to come and pay any surprise visit to my wife, bringing chocolate, cake, iPhone, and all that. So how do you think I'll feel?
Contentment is great game.
Okay.
You will know
So
the
that's
pocket
me.
of your husband or your wife, or the relationship where it is boyfriend and girlfriend. You should know. I cannot afford a G-Wagon. I have it on my status right now that I should get a G-Wagon for my husband. For over how much? I cannot afford. But if I can get, I know they will fight me here, singlets and boxers, I will get it. Yes, I shouldn't go beyond my means
And-
to get.
And here we go again.
Okay.
you see what
I know that he was going to fight me because of single and boxers.
you see, fine, you say contentment. Of course, it's easy for me to choose. Like I said, when he said, are men really stingy around this period? I said, no. I said, it's prudence. In the same way, I can choose to be content and not even pay no attention to what people are doing.
Exactly.
But then, how would you, assuming you are my spouse, judge my contentment? You would probably see it as insensitivity. Are you not seeing what other people are doing? Even if it's to cook something special for me, won't you have done it?
Yes, then
So
you
the truth
should
is that,
do
but
something.
then sometimes at the end of the day, expectations vary. Now you're saying at least I should do something,
Yeah.
but you know that most women have a certain expectation. They have that thing they're expecting you to do, and if you do below it, they would. I mean, in the eyes of everyone, they will show you their gratitude. But deep down, they are like, no, this is not what I wanted, and that alone can make that Valentine Day really, really terrible for men. You know, I would like to say that I feel like most times on Valentine's Day, men tend to suffer a lot. I stand to be
You
corrected.
can argue it
Yes.
anywhere, right? And some people have the school of thought of while you're at work on a Valentine's Day, you need to go out and have time with if it's on a working day. And I think I once told somebody something. I said, if I were your employer and on Valentine's Day, you leave work to go and do Valentine because of your lover, I'm going to fire you. And then the next year, if Providence does not allow you to get another job, somebody else will give your girlfriend a Valentine's gift. Then your head is going to be correct. Do you share that same school of thought, Onyeka and Emmanuel?
It shows that you actually do not have your priorities right.
Sincerely speaking.
Because for something as powerful as love, Valentine's Day should not be the only day you should choose to celebrate
Show
love.
love,
to even
And
to,
show
to, the,
love
to the
your
detriment of your
spouse.
job.
And then you choose to do it when you're supposed to be elsewhere.
And then you don't have to leave work to show love in this time and age, right?
Exactly.
You can still be at your duty post and express your love. And then coming back to the workspace, right? It's Valentine's Day and we are trying to, express our gift of love. We can, as colleagues, do the gifting to each other, right? Yeah.
And that's
then-
where HR should come in actually. If there's anything admin and human resources should do about Valentine's Day, it's actually try
In the
to
workspace.
make sure that the workspace gets a feel of today is Valentine's Day. You can come up with policies like it may not be set in stone, but policies that encourage people to give to
Gift
your
one another.
colleagues, gift
Exactly.
one another. Today buy lunch for someone, something like that. Encourage it, and then maybe like my co-guest is dressed in red. You could encourage people to dress in red, and just something that speaks to Valentine. That's what admin can do. But suggesting that you should take a day off, nah,
Without permission.
without permission, and I mean,
Even
that's-
with permission.
even with permission,
With permission, you will not know now. Person
well-
takes casually, you would know. But
Exactly.
but without permission, I'm going to fire you, man.
And you will be in your right to do so.
Thank you. So now there's this argument or about you didn't post me on your status on Valentine's Day, and I think this is mostly among couples. I'm not someone that is so fanciful about status anyway. I'm not much of a status person, for example, right? So now, what do you have to say about that?
I feel like, yeah.
You have to post XYZ picture, my Onyeka, my this one, my that one. I think Onyeka likes it.
I think one time, like that,
I think she likes it.
I actually told my husband to post me on his status, maybe in the early years when we just got married. But then again, it doesn't have to be, and every day should be Valentine's Day. It shouldn't just be February 14th. Every day should be Valentine's Day. He can post me any other random day. It shouldn't and it mustn't be that day. It doesn't change anything. The love is still there if the love is there. It does not change anything.
Yes.
So.
Do you know that posting your partner on a day like Valentine, when the world is celebrating love, should not carry as much weight as posting your lover on a random day when you just wake up and you're
fantastic.
And you're like, oh, God,
I just appreciate
it. And you just post her, and then she just sees it. She's like, what did my husband post? What did my wife post? And you just go on and they're singing your praises. It is not what is expected on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It is somewhat expected that you do so.
So it becomes a generalized thing.
The value of it. But then when you just do it on a random day, it makes it all worth it. It increases the value. So why do we then get so crazy about, oh, you didn't post me on Valentine's Day? And this is part of the pressures that men get to face too.
And but women too.
And women. Well, I don't know how often men ask and insist that you post them on their status, but then if you say women face it too, what am I to?
We have to give up because now she's a woman. In wrapping up now, what do you have to say to people out there in managing pressures of days like Valentine's Day, and then how to cope up, still showing love, but then showing love in a responsible way, right? What do you have to say to them, Emmanuel?
All right, thank you very much. I would say one of the things that helps you accommodate and deal with pressure is planning. Now you would wonder how does this work? Truth is, when you plan, you are more likely to do things within the limits of propriety and the limits of your capacity. So you already know that this is what I have planned to do for my spouse. You are not waiting for social media to pressure you into doing something for your spouse or for your partner. You've already planned it, that on this day I'm going to give my spouse 2 buckets of rice. If anybody is giving bags of rice, it's really none of your business. Plan for it. I believe that on a day where we celebrate love, I would encourage that you be intentional about celebrating your spouse. At least that day is a day of love. So we can still choose to celebrate ourselves, but plan to do so. Don't wait to be spurred into action by social media and by any other external pressure. Just plan within your capacity and do something that your spouse would really love.
I agree with Emmanuel on this, right? Planning. And then you should also put in focus that Valentine's Day will pass and life will go on. So you should put that in mind, that even in your planning, you should be very prudent in planning, right? You shouldn't go up and above. If there is the financial capacity to do that, yes, you can. But then again, if you're just, managing life, starting life, you should take it easy. Take it a step at a time. Easy does it.
Easy does it,
Yes. So that's my advice. No pressure.
No pressure. All right, thank you so very much, Emmanuel and Onyeka, on this segments or edition of Valentine's Day special. To our viewers and our listeners out there, you've heard it from our guests. No pressure. Plan. Ensure you plan. Don't allow social media put you under pressure to do what you shouldn't do on Valentine's Day, like even borrowing money, to satisfy your partner. Don't forget that Valentine's Day is just one day, and after that day, life continues, and life will continue. So live a fulfilled life, plan your finances, and of course, don't look at another person's own pockets, to do your own. Do what is within your limit if it is necessary. And of course, as couples, you should learn to what? Agree together on how to spend your finances for you to have a prosperous future for your family and, of course, for your children. So it's a wrap on this segment. My name is Femi Kumuyi. I remain your host. Thank you.